Happy Saturday. We are live and we are doing something just a little bit different. So if you want a foolproof credit sweep dispute method, then you are definitely going to need to stay around. Okay, so I am casting my screen from my phone because I need to show you this. All right, so I am running a 3-day deal. Now I think there's only 2 days left, but I was begged by so many people to create more of a discount than I already was giving for my discounted deal. So I said, you know what? If you want a foolproof credit sweep dispute method and you want to get in on what I am offering right now, I am not only going to go over a very specific part of this credit sweep secrets playbook that you are going to access with me right now, but if you want to take advantage of this, let me just show you what is included in this and the link. So I'm going to give you the link first. We're going to go and check that out just so that you can have that link. It is sendme2.co/197. Now, here's the deal, because you're going to see my current pricing, but while I am live and only while I am live, listen to me carefully. Right now, while I am live, okay, and not after, you can access this, the cash discounted side, not the regular side. You're going to see 2 pieces on there, but the cash discounted price is only going to be $97. Okay, it's currently on there for $147, but if you use the cash discounted pricing, it's only going to be $97. So you only need to send $97. Okay, now why am I repeating that so many times? Because I didn't put it up on here. All right, I probably should have done that, but I didn't. Sue me. Okay, so if you want to get in on this, there's 48 hours left. While I'm live, you can get it for just $97. The regular pricing is upwards of $325. After I am done going live, it goes back to $147, okay? So what is included in this? And again, we are going to go over a part of the credit sweep secrets cheat sheet, but it is 180 pages of dispute letters, right? So it literally covers every single thing that you could possibly imagine for writing dispute letters to the credit bureaus, the creditors, and the collectors. It covers validation of debt, not my letters, but the letters that I created before. If you want to access the collection cheat sheet that is part of I will show you that in just a second, but this is 180 pages of dispute letters. Let me back to the, up to the top. As you can see, we're currently on page 21 of 180, and you also get access to 290 dispute reasons covering literally everything that you could possibly think of. Collections, foreclosures, repossessions, bankruptcies, judgments, tax liens, identity theft, inquiries, you name it, it's all categorized. Here, look at that. Collections, third party, late payments, inquiries, judgments and tax liens, identity theft, repos, collections, debt buyer, charge-offs, blah, blah, blah. It's all on here. If you are struggling to create your disputes, your dispute letter, your dispute reasons, and this can definitely help you out. And again, that link is sendme2.co/197. But again, while I'm live, you are only sending 97 using the cash discounted option. And I can actually, over here on my computer, see all orders coming in, which will be sent within 20 minutes after I am done going live. Okay, so let's go over to the main point of this entire thing, making a foolproof credit sweep dispute method, okay? So this all comes down to what goes into your letter. We are not disputing online. We are not sending out templates. We are not doing the illegal identity theft method. There's a very, very, very specific way that you need to be disputing, and I'm going to share that with you right now. Yes, there is a process. You are not just ambiguously reaching into a hat and pulling out a reason and saying, hey, I'm going to use that. No, if you do that, then guess what? Your negative items are just not going to come off. You have to have a plan. You have to have an action plan, okay? And you will hear me repeat what I am doing multiple times because people jump in and out at certain places while someone is live, okay? So right now, this is the action plan for us together right now. We are going to go over each of these steps for creating your foolproof dispute method for a credit sweep. And then I am again going to give the link for you to access my 48-hour deal. I'm saying 48 hours because I ran it for 4 days. We're 2 days into it, so you only have 48 hours left, okay? So let's get started. Now, it is not the text that goes at the top of your letter that is the power behind your dispute. It is the facts that back up your argument, just the same as an attorney going to court, right? They don't go in with just motions and laws. They know that they need the evidence and the facts to back up what they're saying. And that's exactly what we're doing with a credit sweep, okay? So let's go and look at step one. So, first, we want to look at our derogatory accounts. These include, and this is very obvious, late payments, collections, charge-offs, public records, inquiries that are not attached to accounts. And just so you know, both the collections playbook and this credit sweep secrets playbook are both included in this deal. So it's the 290 dispute reasons, the 180 pages of dispute letters, the collections playbook, and the credit sweep secrets cheat sheet that is all included at that link that I just gave you, sendme2.co/197. And again, while I'm live and only live, and yes, I see the orders coming in right here. I got you. As soon as I am done going live, I will send out these orders, okay? So this only applies to the cash discounted pricing. Right now, while I'm live, it's only $97. After that, it goes back to $147 for the next 48 hours. All right, so step number 2, take a look at your accounts and you're going to check for these inaccuracies, all right? Blatant inaccuracies such as different balances, different past dues, 3 different years in the date last paid, different dates reported by the bureaus, okay? Different date and the date last reported. Now, why is the date last reported? Why does it matter? It matters because it basically states whether they did an investigation or not, right? So the way that this works is that when the credit bureaus verify as accurate, they're supposed to go and update this date. 9 times out of 10, they're not going to do that, right? Because this is just an automated system of one computer talking to another computer. And because of that, there's no actual investigation. But if they're coming back and saying, hey, Jane, hey, John, this is verified as accurate, but they did not change that date last reported, guess what that means? It means they did not do an investigation because they're actually required to change that date. That is why the date last reported is important, okay? So if the date last reported is an older date than when they verified the account, then again, that means that they didn't do an investigation. Notice of dispute in the comment section is missing after 30 days of first dispute, meaning that they receive your letter. Within that 30-day period, they are required to put something called the notice of dispute. If you want to learn the entire thing that goes with the notice of dispute and why it's important and how to use it to remove collections and charge-offs, then you're going to want to make sure that you get in on this deal, because I explain it here and I explain it in the collection tactics playbook as well, okay? So continue reporting in the payment history after the account was closed, etc. All right? So we are extracting all of our inaccuracies. Step number 3, now we are going to learn how to write the perfect dispute reason using the Agero formula. What the heck is the Agero formula? Well, to put it plainly, the Agero formula is a formula that I created, and I've covered this a lot lately. It is a formula that I personally created that helped me back in the day to create a structured dispute reason every single time that allowed me to take the information from the credit report and put it directly into, my dispute reason, right? Without having to figure out how to write it, every single time. Now, it is made up of the action, the justifier, the element, the reason, and the outcome. Outcome is generally for changing statuses, so you might not use that every single time, okay? So the action is going to be something like delete, remove, update, correct, etc., right? The justifier is just the word because, okay? Now, the element is going to be the part of the account that you're disputing, the balance, the past due, the, whatever it is. There's 19 different elements of an account, and that is going to be the part of the account that you are disputing, okay? The reason, this is going to be all of those facts, the different dates, the amounts, the balances, the past dues, right? These are going to be the things that are your reason for disputing the account. 3 different dates, 2 different balances, a monthly payment on a closed account, 3 different late payments for, this, let's just say Experian is reporting that you were paid on time, but TransUnion says that you were late for the same date, and Equifax says that you were late for the same date. You were either paid on time or late. You cannot be both for the same date. Those are going to be your reason. And then now all you do is plug it all in together, right? So an example of this is going to be this, delete this account for inaccuracy because it reports as blah, 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 okay? So as you can see, I have the action, this account for inaccuracy, B, the C reports as D because blah, blah, blah. So, and let's just put it in layman's terms, right? A is the action, B would be the justifier, C would be the element, D would be the reason, and we're just going to say that the outcome would be to remove it, okay? So let's give you a full and complete dispute reason. Delete this account for inaccuracy because the date last paid reports as date on Experian, date on Equifax, and date on TransUnion. And that's really it. You can literally use this for any type of an account, okay? You can even use this for inquiries. How can you use this for inquiries? Remove this inquiry because, you don't have to say for inaccuracy, because there's no permissible purpose. The permissible purpose is only, what is it? Employment, insurance, court order, can't remember the other one, firm offer of credit. That is the biggest one. I can't believe I forgot that one. So that is how you can construct a dispute reason for any type of account, okay? And again, you can access this entire thing. This is the credit sweep cheat sheet secrets playbook. It is a mouthful, I know, but you can access this entire thing as well as the collections tactics playbook, which includes the entire validation of debt process for removing collections and for removing charge-offs, okay? As well as, and like I said, I'm going to go over this multiple times because I'm only running this while I am live, sendme2.co/197. But instead of the pricing that you see on there for the cash discounted price, you can get it instead of 147 while I am live right now, you can get it for just 97. But your order has to come in while I am live. If it does not come in while I'm live and you send it over for 97 instead of 147, I'm going to return it back to you, okay? So why am I doing this? I'm doing this because there's a lot of people, I can't even put a number on the amount of people who were literally begging me to, just for a short period of time, make this even more affordable for them. And hey, look, I've been doing this for 12 years. 9 of it has been on YouTube with over 1,200 videos. Obviously, I am here to help you. That is why I run deals like this. So what else is included in it? Well, again, 290 dispute reasons covering literally everything that you possibly can think of, and 180 pages of dispute letters. And that's literally covering everything you could possibly think of, okay? So now let's go back to this and go to the next step. And again, sendme2.co/197, all right? This only applies to the cash discounted price, the one that says 147. It does not apply to the regular discounted pricing I have on there. There's 2 of them. One for just a link that you click that runs through my regular merchant, and then I have a cash discounted price on there. So this only applies to that one. So step number 4. Now we're going to create your dispute reason using the information provided in the previous steps. You are simply going to fill this in. You see, just the same as the way that you learn any sort of formula or structure, it goes step by step by step. If you think back to high school and the way that you learned algebra, they started with a formula and then they taught you different ways to understand the formula and plug in the information. This is exactly the same. And so that by the time that you are done with this, anytime that you look at any account, your brain is automatically going to say, oh wait, this is very simple. I'm going to take this, this, and this, and I'm just going to plug it in. Action, justifier, element, reason, outcome. Boom, there goes my dispute reason, okay? Why does this work? Again, it works because we are only dealing with the facts. It is irrefutable. We're not asking them to do anything. We're not asking for verification. We are not asking them to do anything. We are telling them, we are demanding that they delete because they are illegally reporting something. They are fraudulently reporting something. And no, I'm not talking about identity theft. I'm talking about the illegal and fraudulent way that they report these accounts inaccurately, okay? There is a major difference. All right, so we have a word bank. Action, remove, correct, delete, update. Alternate for inaccuracy, you can use inaccuracy, violation, false reporting, fraudulent reporting. Alternate for account, you can use the actual type type of account that it is, such as a charge-off, inquiry, collection, bankruptcy, late payment. So an example would be delete this charge-off for violation because the monthly payment reports on a closed account in the amount of $15. So then you would just go and you plug this in, okay? So this is generally the way that I create my training materials, so that it takes you, again, step by step by step. This is literally a step-by-step guide, because if you go and you look at the rest of this thing, and we've been going over this a lot, okay? If you go and you look at the rest of this thing, it literally walks you through step by step for writing the perfect dispute letter, writing the perfect dispute reason, disputing each and every single step, what your actual dispute letter should look like, a checklist for your disputes, so on and so forth, okay? If there's anything that you would ever get or need to understand how to dispute using this method, this is going to be it. And just so you know, okay, because someone said, well, what kind of deal am I actually getting? So just so you know, this go-to credit sweep cheat sheet is $39. The collection one is $39. My 180 pages of dispute letters is $197. And the 290 dispute reasons is $50. That's like $325. Right now, again, while I'm live, you can get it all for $97, or during the rest of my 48 hours that I am running this deal, you can get it for $147, okay? And again, we're gonna go do this multiple times. Send me to .co/197. This only applies to the cash discounted pricing. You are only going to send 97, not 147. After I am live, it is done, okay? Step number 5, you are going to create your actual dispute letter, okay? Stay with me here because there's a lot of information and you have to understand how this works. So we can easily write a dispute letter by answering just a few simple questions. Why are you writing this letter? What do you want them to do? Did you dispute before and receive a response? If not, it's recommended to include a sentence, relating to their failure to respond within 30 days. Ask for a new credit report reflecting or showing, reporting the changes. An example of this would be, I received a copy of my credit report online with Identity IQ and noticed fraudulent reporting and inaccuracies that require your attention and deletion. I did send a dispute letter last month and no response was received within the 30-day required timing. Please remove all of the following accounts or inaccuracies immediately and send me a new credit report. So I didn't put any pursuant tos, I didn't use the word litigation, I didn't put any laws in there. I don't know if I just said that already or not. This is very, very simple and to the point, and it is authentic. And I would answer this differently, this set of questions, I would answer them differently than you would answer them differently than John would answer it differently than Susan would answer it differently than Paul. So this is why I created it this way, because it makes it so that even though you have the same type of questions that you have to answer, you're always going to have different reasons and a different answer to this to make up that first paragraph, okay? Now, there is a time and a place for laws. There is a time and a place for violations. There's a time and a place for templates, okay? In your regular, just authentic consumer dispute, that's probably not the place unless you absolutely 100% know and understand exactly what it is that you need to say, okay? So then we have those questions listed. You would go and write this out yourself, okay? Step number 6 is how you would, what your actual dispute letter would look like. So now we're just plugging everything all in together, right? So you have your name, your date of birth, your social, your address. We skip a line. We have today's date, skip a line. Bureau name and address, skip a line. We have your why paragraph, all those questions that you just answered, skip a line, or you can put this directly under it. Your disputed accounts and reasons that you just created, right, using the Agero formula. Skip a line. We have a one-line closing. Thanks. I appreciate your, whatever, I appreciate your advanced attention or your urgent attention, your expedited attention, like whatever type of one-line closing you want to put on there, and your name. That is it. That is all you need to put in a dispute letter, okay? And you're going to see that on those 180 pages of dispute letters that, again, if I can just click on the right thing, we have very, very, very simple, straightforward and to the point disputes, like inaccurate information dispute letter C. We have requesting removal of inaccurate information. We have incomplete reporting of a credit item, example number 1. It's all very, very simple. You plug your information in and that is that. Now, again, it is not just understanding how to put your information into a dispute. That's not going to do this for you. You actually need to have an understanding of what a dispute reason looks like for each type of account. That's why I have 290 dispute reasons. A lot of people mostly complain that they don't know how to put everything together, what type of dispute you would use for a student loan or for a bankruptcy or for a judgment or for a tax lien, okay? That is why I included all these things in this deal. The 180 pages of dispute letters, 290 dispute reasons, the collections playbook, and the credit sweep the credit sweep secrets cheat sheet or playbook, whatever one that you want to call it, okay? So again, and we're coming to the end of this, and yes, again, I see all my orders that have come in over here on my laptop, okay? So all the orders that came in, they will all be fulfilled within 20 minutes of me hitting this X on here. But if you want to get in, you only have a couple minutes left, okay? Send me to .co/197, which is going to allow you to get this for just 97 using the cash discounted pricing option on there, okay? After that, 48 hours to get it at 147, and after that, everything is individual and it's on the upwards of $325. All right, that is probably going to be the last time that I say this. Let's go back and look at just one more thing on the go-to credit sweep cheat sheet. I have one of my biggest videos on here for how to remove charge-offs. Now, listen, I have 1,200 videos. I have multiple playlists. Whatever it is that you are looking for, whatever it is that you need, I have already created it. I already have it out there. There's nothing new that I need to create that is going to make this any easier for you. Well, I'm sure that there probably is, and I create things all the time. I'm just saying that I've already given you everything that you need. Okay, all you need to do is take the time to actually search for it. And I promise you that when you implement this, this is going to be a game changer for you, okay? So this is an Agero formula example, and just so you know, this actual formula allowed me personally, as one person, to remove over 50,000 negative items from consumer credit reports over the course of 4 years. Okay, so does this work? Yes, 100%. It most definitely works. All right. So now let's go and look at. Probably going to be easier to do it this way. So let me see if I can close this. Okay, now I got to go find it again. But this is an example dispute letter that's also in here using that same structure. Another example dispute. This is a round 2 example dispute letter. Questions to answer for round 2, your dispute letter checklist. We went over this the other night, but this is going to be the last thing that I share with you. So we're going to skip past the Agero formula example because I've already given it to you multiple times in the last couple of minutes. But this is, again, you only have the amount of time that it takes me to get to step 8 and say goodbye to you is the amount of time that you have to submit your order for just $97 to get the 180 dispute letter pages of dispute letters, the 290 dispute reasons, and the collection tactics playbook and the credit sweep secrets playbook, okay, for just 97 using the cash discounted option that you see on there, okay? So again, you're sending 97 instead of 147, and now that was the last time that I'm going to say it. All right, dispute letter checklist. So these are the 8 things that you need to do. So you're going to locate all your derogatory accounts. You're going to locate all inaccuracies for each account. You are going to create a hierarchy of the inaccuracies per each account. You're going to create a dispute reason for the number 1 inaccuracy. Okay, we are not, and I talked about this, was it yesterday when I went live, maybe the day before? I don't know, it all kind of runs together for me. So we recently, let's just use the word recent, we recently went over this. Now, You are not putting all your eggs in one basket. If you do that, you're going to screw yourself, and you are going to end up not having anything to do after to dispute. So that's why you're going and you're like choosing the number one thing using the hierarchy. And my board is over here today instead of over here because I didn't want a big white thing behind me. So I'm not going to draw anything out for you, but the hierarchy is where you have the things that are most likely to remove your account at the top. The middle is kind of like your backup stuff if that doesn't work. And the bottom is going to be all the stuff you don't want to use, like terms and type, status, blah, blah, blah. The things at the top are going to be like date less active, date less paid, notice of dispute, date less reported, first date of delinquency, so on and so forth, okay? So we only want to use the things at the top, and you're only going to choose the most impactful dispute reasons, such as a blatant inaccuracy, a violation, or one of the things that are at the top of the hierarchy, okay? Just for clarification. You're going to compose your dispute letter after creating that dispute reason for that number one inaccuracy, and you're going to include the reason why you are writing the letter as your, paragraph, right? And then you're going to send out your dispute. Now, I want to add one thing here. If you are only doing your own credit report, meaning you're not, doing this as a business or for multiple people, whatever, send this out, certified mail, and fax it, okay? If your question right now is, how do I get the fax number? Well, if you are asking that, then you're probably not ever going to actually get their real, true fax number, and we don't want to blow it up. So, I would recommend maybe looking into those fax numbers so that you can get them. That is one thing that I do not share, okay? Here in my mentorship program, yes, but I'm just talking about to the regular general public or even to my subscribers. No, I do not share that. But that is what I would recommend that you do so that you can catch them in the violation of FCRA 623 and FDCPA 8078 for the notice of dispute. We have to be able to prove that they received it and they either didn't respond or they didn't put the notice of dispute, okay? So that is it. That is it. All right, I'm going to give you this link one last time, and you have probably about 1 minute to submit your order. All right, sendme2.co/197. We are only talking about the cash discounted offer on there. It is currently listed as 147. I only ran this for 97 while I was live because there were multiple people who begged me and said they needed it but could not afford that. And who am I to say no, okay? But obviously for a very, very short period of time. What are you getting? You are getting 180 pages of dispute letters. You are getting, excuse me, you are getting these 180 pages of dispute letters. This is my full dispute letter library. You're getting 290 dispute reasons. Let me go and just show you that one more time. These are the 290 dispute reasons covering literally everything you possibly can think of. Collections, charge-offs, repos, you name it. I don't know why that just made it small, but whatever. You are also getting the credit sweep secrets playbook, and that is what we were just going over. There's many, columns on here, FCRA violations, how to dispute specific information, yada, yada, and the collection tactics playbook, okay? So I put these all together because these are literally the only thing that you need, that you could possibly need as a bare minimum to figure out exactly how to dispute, all right? So otherwise, you still have 48 hours at the same link, sendme2.co/197 to get the, not the pricing I'm giving it for right now while I'm live, the 97, but the 147. You still have 48 hours to get at 147 before it goes back to individual pricing, which amounts to on the upwards of $325, all right? So you have 30 seconds left to get it at $97. Once I hit that end, the X, that is it, all right? That should have been enough time for you to submit your order, and that's it. We have UFC coming on, and I'm a huge MMA fan. We're going for Makhachev. So, Sam, I'm sorry, your buddy Volkanovski is going to lose. Don't know what to tell you about that. But if you are a MMA fan and you didn't see my comment about this, you really should be going for Makhachev because he is literally going to grapple the hell out of this dude. And just so you know, he is definitely going to win, okay? But that is just my prediction. Who the heck am I? And that is it. All right. So I hope you have a great Saturday. I hope you take the time to go and watch UFC. And if you do, just remember that I'm right about Makachev. Okay, so keep that in mind. I believe it's going to be via submission, but I can't really tell you. But anyways, that is it for today. That was enough time for you to go and get it at 97 instead of the 147. But again, you still have 48 hours to access it at 147, all right? So, okay. I hope you have a great day. I will see you tomorrow. I have a lot planned for the live I am doing for tomorrow, or the video I'm doing for tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to do it live or if it's going to be recorded, but hope you have a great day. I said that 3 times already, so obviously I'm being very adamant about it. Make sure you like and subscribe so that you can remove your negatives, increase your credit score, and move on with your life. Because who the hell wants to spend their Saturdays watching videos about things that they obviously don't want to have to take care of, such as fixing their credit? I don't know. But anyways, if you want to see if I can personally do your credit sweep for you instead of you doing it yourself, you should already have the link. It is my740.com. Okay? I don't need dispute templates. I don't need formulas. I don't need all those things, okay? I'm the one that created that formula that allowed me to get 50,000 negative items removed in just 4 years. So if you want to see if I can personally do your credit sweep for you and increase your credit score, remove those negative items, and help you go and get that mortgage or that loan or that vehicle, or, get your kids into a better neighborhood, or just get some green in your wallet, then guess what? Men lie. Women lie, but numbers don't lie. And mine prove day in and day out that my process works. And if you want to see if it can work for you, then my740.com. All right, that's it. I'm going to end this now if I can find the X. All right, smash that like. I'll see you guys later.